Welcome to the Bend It Like Bentner podcast. We are back for season 2 for the 2021-2022 season of the Premier League. We went on a little hiatus,
Oh
but we are
yeah.
back. Today I am joined by Cutter
What's up? What's up?
and Joey.
How's it going? I'd never missed your intros, Joey.
We should do a whole
How's it
show and
going?
I think Joey should just run the show one day. Like just Joey. I'd listen to that.
Yeah.
Well, by myself, like ask
Yeah.
myself the questions. I think I'd be pretty good at
No,
that.
no questions. Just you ranting.
Just
Oh,
you
just me
ranting,
ranting.
us making grunts and comments about everything he says.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
you like we do what we're doing now, but you two on mute, so I just see your facial reactions and stuff.
To see us giggling over and over again and whatever stupid shit you say.
Exactly.
No, yeah, that'd be quality.
But yeah, so back, Premier League's back in full swing. Got some interesting transfers. Jack Grealish, 100 mil. And then for some
Pogba with
reason,
5 assists,
bro, yeah, in 2 games, like, thinks he's Harry Kane, I guess. I don't know what's
right?
up with him. Yeah,
Where
did you see he had like 3 assists all of last year, and he has
No,
five
yeah,
already
wow.
this
yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. I saw that.
Like, what on earth?
Wait, he
Yeah, I
has
Are
mean,
they
five?
who are they playing in their
he has
midfield?
5.
Is
Uh,
is it a
they
midfield
changed
three,
it.
or
They
are they putting
like,
Fred and McTominay behind him?
yeah, they're playing. Well, Matic started the second game, and McTominay started the first game, but it's still the same double pivot. Pogba's just he's playing off the
Wow.
left, which is like what he was doing before, but I guess
hmm
something just changed. He seems to like playing with his team now. Or maybe he's trying so that he can leave. I don't really know which one it is, but
No, I had the
We'll
same
see.
thought. I had the same thought because you remember last year his agent came out and basically said that he wants to leave, and then now he's balling out. So I'm like, is he trying to get the new contract with Man U or is he trying to go somewhere else?
well, I
Uh,
swear he like just rejected a new contract, like very, very recently.
but then I heard some buzz about like him looking for a new one with Man
Bro,
U.
with I don't know. I mean, I've seen stuff with Real Madrid coming up a lot. I mean, not only with him. I mean, with Mbappe as well.
They made the bid. They actually made the
160
bid.
mil,
Yeah, so that.
like,
Euros.
bro.
And I think this is his last season. So if PSG don't
Don't
sell
sell
him
him.
now, they lose him for free.
I mean, there's also the stuff with Ronaldo. You see, he like
I
benched
saw that.
himself.
And I saw that Ronaldo's just available for 25 million.
What?
25 million. That's it.
That's
No, no, yeah,
crazy.
literally from Juventus, right? Not even like other teams trying to get him. Like Juventus was basically saying like 25 mil is the price tag. No, but I
That's
guess like
crazy.
like he's a
Just because
dinosaur. Like I mean,
would not, he's still like a top 10 player in the world.
no, he's a good dinosaur, but he's still a dinosaur. Like
He's a good dinosaur. He's a T Rex, bro.
no, because
Dinosaur.
like the thing is, like it kind of makes sense because I guess you'd pay like 80 mil to get him for like 3 years, but you're gonna get him for like one, maybe two. You pay 25. I mean, it's quick math.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd pull that trigger. Ronaldo for 2 years for 25 million.
yeah.
How
I
Yeah.
mean,
how much in total you think it cost you? Like 40 million because of his contract?
PSG,
No more,
if they
definitely more.
sell, I
More?
mean, PSG's want to replace Mbappe with Richarlison, supposedly. But
Oh, that's bold.
But PSG is always
uh,
so weird. PSG is actually so weird, but they got Choupo-Moting and they got Moise Keane. Like,
I mean, I think Richarlison's like good, but it's
no,
just
yeah,
interesting that
They
the
need
replacement
another
for
nine.
Mbappe is him.
yeah, but you're gonna get rid of
Like,
Messi. Sorry, you're gonna get rid of Mbappe. You're gonna bring in Messi and Richarlison. Like
yeah,
that's
bro, the old
just
and the
so
new,
weird.
the old and the new, man.
No, like you said,
Which
Loki, that would actually work. Like he'd actually probably fit and they'd be alive. But that's just such a weird thing to do.
Yeah,
well,
I know. I
But
mean,
they have
PSG.
Icardi too.
Yeah.
they have Icardi. It doesn't mean. I mean, he plays when their entire team was injured or when their entire team's just training. Like, I don't understand PSG sometimes. Like the lineups they throw out. Like Messi hasn't played yet. Ramos hasn't played yet. I don't think Donnarumma's even played yet.
PSG should use that 160 million they're getting from Mbappe, get Kane, and then he use that 160 million to make Ndombele happy.
Oh my god.
Well, did you see what City offered for Kane supposedly?
Yeah,
75
100.
million, 75 million, and then
No,
25 million in add-ons.
no,
What they offered 120.
there was like
No,
a 150 or something. Was that something else?
I think
no,
that's what we want.
that's what Spurs wanted, but yeah, City just offered like 75 mil plus 25 in add-ons. That was their only offer so far,
He,
Mm.
he made an impact on Sunday
which
too for
is
the cameo
which
he had.
he like was running. I was kind of shook.
He
He
he,
ran more
he
for us
put
than he
on
ran
a
for
shift.
England. Yeah, and then he wasted like a minute on a throw-in. Got himself a yellow.
Got a
I
yellow
was like,
card.
yeah,
You know who else
it was
made an
interesting.
impact though? That I was happy about?
Of course you were, Luke, bro.
No, no, no,
Oh,
not
Andy
him, not
Rob.
him, not him.
Oh,
Not Chelsea, not Chelsea, not Chelsea.
Mari, yeah,
Who? Oh, no, no, no. No,
he made a big impact
I
though.
was very happy about Mari's impact, but and Tierney, but no, that's not what I was saying. Damn, now you made me. Oh, never mind. No, Gabriel Jesus,
Oh yeah,
Gabby
he
Jesus
looked
balled
good
out.
playing off the wing. I was like, what the?
I was
That
happy
man
because
was creating
off the
everybody's
wing.
chances. Yeah, he's
yeah,
playing off the right.
because
Wow.
everybody's just trying to throw him in the bin and like he could play. Like obviously he didn't like do what City needed last season, but like I don't know. I don't think it's a travesty if they have to roll the dice with him, like the Kane thing falls through. You know, like he's a
Yeah.
talented guy.
Here
Well, it
comes
looks like
Case with his top 10 striker and Jesus, which with whatever number he was.
yeah, I think he had him like ninth or something. I mean, he looks better off the wing. He looks like a completely different player. He's gone from someone that whenever I watch him play, he's just pressing. I feel like it's the only thing I ever see him do in most years. Pressing it and scoring tap into the box. And seeing him come off the side, looking like Son, like doing step overs and all this crazy stuff, and then crossing the ball, and it's just different. It's a different look for him, and it looked good.
What's Grealish doing?
It looked
Grealish is playing
good.
like the. It did look good. I mean, Grealish is playing like the KDB role. It seems like for now until KDB comes back, and then we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm gonna assume De Bruyne's gonna play striker. I mean, that's what it looks like with how they've been setting it up. But I don't really know.
I
'Cause
would not assume that, but
I mean, how else are they gonna fit him in? I mean, they just keep rotating though. Is the thing. Like Grealish played in the midfield the first game and off the left in the second game, and then Mars was started the first game, was on the bench the second game. Walker was on the bench the first game, started the second game. Laporte was on the bench the first game, started the second game.
no,
Like it's
exactly.
just
They're heavier rotation, so you could
rotated
fit guys
everything.
in. De Bruyne, obviously, De Bruyne's gonna play. Maybe you know he can maybe drop Sterling out sometimes. Put Grealish on the left wing, throw Gundogan in, and then some games he can have Grealish and Sterling at the same time. It'll probably be like that. I don't think
Forget
he's gonna
about Foden as
consistently
well.
put De Bruyne at striker. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, Torres just started both games at striker,
Torres.
which is interesting. He's one of like the one, two, three, four, five players that started both games. I think is what it is, which is
All,
interesting.
all while Bernardo Silva rots on the bench.
Well, he got some minutes in the Norwich game.
I mean, what's that going to do? I
Yeah,
feel
but
so
he
bad for the
wants to
guy.
leave. He's good. I don't know what
He's
the issue
so
is.
good. I'd take him. I'd take him as part of that Kane
I mean,
deal.
he doesn't want to be part of the Kane deal.
Yeah, I know. I mean, who'd want to be at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I say for match week one. I mean, Johnny, did you watch the Arsenal game?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
the one against Brentford. Oof,
dude,
that was a game.
it was
That was a
so
game.
funny. I mean, but so I want to talk about Arsenal first because obviously they're sitting 19th right now. They're one of what one of four teams that haven't scored, and that's with
Sheesh.
Norwich, Wolves, and Crystal Palace. And I mean, I assume Wolves is going to pick up. I mean, they put against Leicester and Spurs, so they kind of have an excuse. Arsenal doesn't really have an excuse.
Arsenal have zero excuse.
They played Brentford, and I mean, they got like dominated. Like it wasn't. They played better against Chelsea than they did against Brentford, which doesn't really make sense. I don't really understand what was happening. Um, I don't think I've
No,
ever
but that
seen
makes
someone.
sense. I didn't watch the
It
Brentford
is
match,
Arsenal.
but that makes sense. No, Arsenal. That's typically how they operate. They play better in the big game. Well, they don't win the big games, but you know they're up for it for the big games.
Yeah. I mean, I will say Smith Rowe has looked incredible so far this year. And I think what's his
Odegaard
name?
back into the mix
The
soon.
guy, yeah, and then Nuno Tavares.
Lakonga, the other
I
center
think
mid.
he's kind of shaky. I mean,
No,
some
he
people
looked
are saying
Haven't
he's
good.
really
No, he
good.
looked good. He looked good against Chelsea. He had some
I
nice passes. He was one of the best players against Chelsea for sure.
think he's one of the best players. Yes,
Yeah, but
I
yeah, it
mean,
doesn't say much.
yeah, I think he's still a little shaky, but I think he has good potential. I also like the Nuno Tavares guy.
Hmm.
I think he's really good.
I think that does lead to a really important question with this team now, because like a lot of teams you criticize the manager, but for me the fundamental problem with Arsenal is their roster is just absolutely shit, like complete dog shit. Like how many good players do they actually have? Like guys that can play football.
I mean,
Maka.
they do struggle a lot with injuries, so like I got to give him that. But like
Uh, I mean, it's more of a
Gabe,
thing where
well,
you look at their team and you have their captain not even making the 18 for
yeah,
no reason.
yeah,
Like,
Who Aubameyang?
that just tells
yeah.
you
But,
something's wrong with the club, man.
I mean, if you look at this team, they have Tierney as starting left back, Gabriel and Ben White, which isn't I mean, it's not horrible. And then Bellerin off the right, but Bellerin seems to want to leave. Leno and goal, who's I mean shaky, but Partey and Lakonga, I mean that's not a bad partnership. And then in front of them, if theoretically, if Aubameyang, Smith Rowe, Pepe, and Lacazette are playing, I mean it doesn't look horrible on paper.
Keyword
The issue is,
theoretically.
yeah, the issue is Pepe doesn't know how to score for other than 3 games of the season. Aubameyang doesn't want to play for Arsenal. Lacazette doesn't want to play for Arsenal. Partey has like 2 minutes the entire time he's been there. And I think he wants to leave as well. I think those three just all want to leave together.
Hurt every
Um,
time he gets on the field.
yeah, I mean Gabriel as well. I mean he played a decent amount last year, but again, injury issues. They seem to like to buy players that just don't play. Like
I mean, this is.
they keep pumping money in, and these players they pump money in to buy don't put in minutes. And it's the same rotational players playing every single game.
I mean, I'm gonna have to disagree with one thing you said. You said on paper it doesn't look horrible. I mean, you just listed the names. That sounded kind of bad to me. I mean, there's so many guys there that you wouldn't want at your team. Like how many times did you just say the word shaky?
Yeah, there's a lot of shakiness and inconsistency, and
Like
I feel like it feels like a lot of the players don't play for the badge, and it seems like
absolutely.
I think like that's the big issue with them right now. Nobody really cares about the club, and it's going to go in shambles. And I think they could finish in the bottom 10 this year.
But
Genuinely,
that's not the big
I wouldn't be
issue.
surprised.
The big issue is that the big issue is the recruitment. They don't have good players, and then it's compounded by the fact that they don't play for the badge, and then that makes them even worse. But like if you think about it, like you said, they don't have as much money as other clubs, but like they have money. They spent 70 mil in some currency on Nicolas Pepe. They spent probably more than 70 mil on like 5 shit center backs. They got Socrates. They just have a fucking conveyor belt of bad
Yeah,
center backs.
yeah,
Socrates, Pablo Mari, uh, that
yeah.
well, I guess David Luiz was okay. Rob Holding, all of those guys. I don't understand how you buy that many bad center backs, but
You see the issue with what you just said too is you listed what like 4 or 5 center backs. The only one you said wasn't bad was David Luiz, and he's known for his mistake on this Arsenal team.
yeah.
And keep in mind, you didn't even name Mustafi. You forgot about him. And then you also didn't name
Wow.
Ben White, who just came in, and you also didn't name Gabriel. So those are
Ben,
all
ben
center
White
backs
came
that
in
had,
and didn't play particularly good in his first game.
and then didn't play the second game. So eh,
And we
it's
should
not
we
looking
Saying
should
good.
we
something.
should take this moment to just pile on Pablo Mari for a second. I think he's legitimately like he's completely in that Mustafi mode. Like he's nothing as a defender.
He's There was I saw on Instagram earlier. There was a Alan Shearer's Team of the Week. Top comment was, "Where's Pablo Mari? He was the best player for Chelsea this weekend." Because like he was horrible. I mean, even his yellow card, he just goes studs up into Lukaku because I don't know why it wasn't in a dangerous area. It's just Lukaku got a ball over the top and he just flies in for zero reason. I'm just like, this guy doesn't seem to know what he's doing. He was getting bullied over and
With
over and over again.
with Lukaku coming in, what does that mean for Pulisic, Werner? Have they even touched the field yet?
Well, can we wait? Can we just stay on Arsenal for a second? No,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
no, because I just had one more thing.
Yeah.
Because we kind of bashed them as we always do, but I want to know what do they need to do like to get better?
Um, to put it in good terms, I think they're gonna pull an OKC. Just sell everybody and just build from the bottom. Just I mean, they can't, it's not
Yeah,
like
but it's
basketball where
yeah.
they can just trade everyone for draft picks, but like something needs to change. There needs to be some big change in the locker room, whether it's coaching, whether it's just getting rid of these players that don't care about the team, these players that have these random little injuries every single week for some reason, the players that don't show up to games late. I mean, if your captain is showing up late to the North London Derby, I think it's time for him to go. I mean, I don't know. They're kind of in a shambles, and I mean, they can always just pull a United, a Liverpool, a Chelsea, a City, and just throw some more money at it. But like, I, until the coaching situation's changed, and until there's like actual heart from the players, I don't really see anything changing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's
mean,
my opinion on it.
no, yeah, they definitely have to go into rebuild mode, which I guess they're technically in, but like, what the hell are they doing? Like, to
They're
rebuild,
like, yeah,
they're just putting their youth team out on the pitch, and like, that's, I mean, it's kind of pathetic to me, because like you're just putting out a subpar lineup just to see what guys are made of, like they're playing fucking Balogun.
yeah, like, yeah, that's kind of bad. I can't lie.
They need to
Um,
pull an AFC Richmond and get a Ted Lasso. That's
yeah,
what they
so
need to do.
yeah, so talking about Arsenal, I mean, the second game we had them play against Chelsea. And
Yes, they did.
Chelsea looked very good. Um, I was telling Johnny, I think it might have been the best I've ever seen Havertz play in my life. I've I thought he was Mason Mount for half the game. Like
No, I
my guy
I
was
was the
just
one that said
all over the
that.
place.
I said those
Well,
things.
okay, well, I said he was playing amazing, but you said that, yeah, hilarious.
No, it's not hilarious. It's just what happened.
Yeah, but he looked incredible. You know, when a team brings on Conte, Ziyech, and Werner as their three subs, you know they're in a pretty good place. Like
That's
it's crazy. I
crazy.
mean,
They're turning into City with this super sub bench, man.
their bench is incredible. Like Werner,
Chilwell.
Conte, Hudson-Odoi, Kepa. Like it's
Kepa.
These
just.
were all expensive players, man.
I mean, Ben Chilwell hasn't touched the field yet, right?
No.
He's played garbage minutes yet, yeah, which is interesting. I
Wow.
mean, Thiago Silva hasn't touched the field yet either. I mean,
Wow.
Yeah, no,
And
it's
that
kind of crazy. They played. I mean, yeah, they just on both sides of the ball. I think they played phenomenal. The first two games.
mhm.
Um, and I was a little bit surprised. I'm not gonna lie, at how much hype there was before the season even started. But then now looks like it was founded because they're like everyone knows that they're title contenders, and I agree with that. But like, there's a lot of people picking them as title favorites, which I personally, I mean, the way they've looked the first two games, that looks entirely plausible. But before the season even started, I thought that was a little bit overhyped, especially since people were kind of like just kicking Liverpool out of the conversation and just inserting
Yeah,
Chelsea.
that didn't make any sense.
I didn't think that made any sense either, and that's been widespread as far as I know.
Hmm. Well,
Because Liverpool and City, at least to me, they still have the two best rosters in the
yeah,
Premier League.
100%.
that's because of Liverpool's injuries last year. It seems like everyone's throwing them to the side, kicking them to the side.
Yeah,
But no, they still have
A
arguably the
great
best defense
11.
in the league. And that
I think
offense with
there's a good
Diogo
chance.
Jota, bro. Diogo Jota's turning into a hell of a center forward.
Yeah, I think Liverpool might have the best 11, but I think there's some issues with injuries. When injuries come through, who replaces who? I mean, they don't have the strongest bench. So like most of their bench is academy products, which is good. But at the same time, it's not Werner, it's not Ziyech, it's not Pulisic, it's not Sancho, who doesn't even start for United at this point. It's not Bernardo
Ron.
Silva. Like it's not the same level. But I mean, touching on Chelsea, I wonder if you noticed this, Johnny, at all. There was the one thing I noticed about them. They the intensity on defense seemed a little lacking. I don't know if you noticed that at all, but I felt like a lot of time when Arsenal was on the counterattack, there were times where players weren't getting back and they were just trusting that they would be able to defend the situation. And I kept seeing Smith Rowe like creating chances out of like the lack of players back. I don't know if you really noticed that at all, but like
I honestly didn't. I
I don't know.
I thought we played well on defense. I thought we were like the well. I'm not gonna
I
I'm
felt
not
like
gonna
you weren't
refute
defending.
what you just said,
Yeah.
but like at least like when they ended up getting to that end, I thought we were like the polar opposite of Arsenal because when we had the ball, we just had like a million miles of space, whereas
Oh yeah.
at least we're like a back five because you're talking about transition. At least
Hmm.
like when they were in our half with our back five, everything was getting cleaned up. Like
Hmm.
they didn't get anything. They didn't
Yeah.
get any chances that
It
were that
was.
good. Like our center backs were on top of everything.
I know. I felt like really confident, which I felt like is a good thing. But I feel like coming like maybe against some of the teams like Liverpool or Spurs, who's gonna is gonna just pounce on those things. Where if there's a little bit of lack of intensity and there's a lot of confidence in the air, those pacey players on the wings they could struggle with a little bit. But I
But yeah,
mean,
in those
it could just be it's Arsenal and Jorginho doesn't really care. He knows that Balogun's just gonna lose the ball the second he gets up to Rudiger, and he's not really scared about that kind of thing. I mean, it wasn't like a big issue. It's just something I felt like every time Chelsea defended, there wasn't like 10 men behind the ball ever. There was always like three people up at all times
I mean, part of that too could be. I mean, well, you were talking
tactically.
about the big games. In the big games, Conte would
Mm.
play.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
I
he
thought it
came
was a little
on.
bit
He looked
cocky.
amazing.
It was a little bit cocky to to not play Conte against Arsenal because Chelsea Arsenal is supposed to be a big game. Like
Yeah, I
that's the
know.
London derby. But and I
He
mean
came
it
on.
was a big game. I
Oh,
mean, it's not like Arsenal showed fight in pockets. But I mean, Tuchel has been nothing short of a football genius ever since coming to Chelsea, and like
yeah.
I mean, he did it again. We didn't need Conte. I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you, Jorginho and Kovacic is a weak midfield defensively, but
Mhm.
our back five apparently doesn't need
It's
that much
so
shielding.
solid, so
Yeah.
solid. And you guys are about to sign Saul and Kunde supposedly. Like,
That's big.
Well, not necessarily, but
not
yeah, we want
necessarily,
to.
but I mean, I think Kunde might happen.
Kunde's gonna happen,
I
but
have a
Um,
Saul
feeling.
seems like a stretch.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have so many center backs though, so I don't really understand.
Well,
But
we have so many, but I mean, we could do another one.
I mean, you guys have five that are
No.
good enough to be started.
We have more than five. I think we have
That are
six
good enough to
quality.
start. I mean, do you think Zuma's in that
Oh,
echelon as
oh
well?
yeah.
Numa's leaving.
No, well, the thing is, well, I don't want to get into that because you're just kind of splitting hairs. But like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
how I feel about Christensen.
yeah, yeah.
But
I mean, he started both games, so
System
no,
showed up for Denmark too.
but he's
yeah.
another mistake-prone guy, and that's always been one of our issues. So I don't like seeing him on the pitch. But Joey, you were asking before. I think you were asking like what's the front three gonna look like?
What's happening to my American baby? You know,
Well, let's go
is he
around.
gonna see the field?
Let's go around. What do you guys think the front three should be slash will be? Both
I
of
think
those.
the one against Arsenal was the best.
It's got to be the one
Mount,
against Arsenal.
yeah,
It's got to
Mount
be.
Havertz and Lukaku,
You, even
100%.
although how much I love freaking Timo Werner, it just can't happen. Mount is phenomenal. Lukaku's freaking Lukaku, and Havertz is going to be something in the next 3 years. You
Joey,
know,
there's no chance Timo Werner should be in that front three. I hate to break it to you.
dude,
Hey,
give me
bro,
Timo.
he's
Dude,
like the sixth option.
give me Timo Werner, bro.
I
The
will.
things I could do with that man,
Whoa.
I think he'd be very good in Spurs. I can't lie.
bro. Front three of Kane, Son, and Werner,
I think that would work very well. I mean, or Adama Traore.
or Adama Traore.
Well,
Yo,
Werner with a shot, or Werner the Werner we see right now.
just give me him. Whatever
Either
happens,
one. I
whatever
mean,
happens, man. Whatever
we
happens,
have
I'll take him.
we have Stevie Bergwijn who can't score either. So we'll just take an upgrade on him, which is Traore and Werner.
I still want
I
to
mean,
see. I still want to see Hakeem Ziyech get some minutes. I think he's class, but definitely
it,
the way
your team is too good.
If Havertz plays like he played against Arsenal, then that's obviously the front three, like you guys said, and Tuchel will
Yeah.
probably play them. I mean, maybe against certain teams. Well, not even against certain teams, because we look like we're so good that we might even like be keeping a lot of ball even against like the cities and the Liverpools, you know. But
Yeah.
in those games, you might want it might be a good idea to play like I mean I play Pulisic over Werner in this role
I mean,
to
yeah,
have
you guys
a guy for the counterattacks.
against Arsenal, you had 22 shots compared to their 6 and 65% possession.
Yeesh.
So
So
yeah,
so against a team like City or Liverpool, would you want that same front three?
See,
Or
I
would you
think
throw
maybe
a
you play
Pulisic for
Pulisic. I think
Werner
you
in
play
there?
Pulisic,
I
right?
I think Pulisic could start
Yeah,
over Havertz in
over
one of those
Havertz.
games.
But if Havertz played like he played yesterday, which I don't, I think he's probably gonna have a good season, much improved on last year. But I definitely don't think he's gonna play like he did against Arsenal consistently, just because I don't think he's that guy. Like he played insane. Um,
Yeah, it was impressive. I
so
was very impressed. Like,
you probably drop him
he,
for Pulisic in those games. Yeah.
yeah. So I think the next team we should touch up on a bit. Someone we
Man,
said,
you
yeah, that's what I was about to say. I mean,
really? Oh,
yeah,
nice.
it was.
I was also going to ask,
Yeah,
where
go
does
ahead.
Jorginho now rank among the top midfielders of the world after this season?
Number one. Um,
Oh wait,
Who do you need teams for
wait,
one?
wait. I need to speak on this. The Bend It Like Bentner. Can I have the official Bend It Like Bentner position on this as the resident Chelsea
yes,
fan?
yes, yes. This is all you.
Jorginho being in the conversation for UEFA Player of the Year, for Ballon d'Or, and all that type of stuff is an absolute disgrace. It's a disgrace to football. It's a disgrace to us, and it needs to be stopped. I hear some people trying to defend it. It's a complete nonsense. He's not top five on our team, and I think that's pretty obvious if you watch Chelsea. He's not even top five. How is he going to be the best player in the world?
Yeah,
It's
with
ridiculous.
blonde hair, I don't think he's even top 8.
It's not
But
it's not the Modric thing. The Modric thing made some sense. This makes no sense.
Okay, we need
yeah,
a player that provides the most to his team, the one with the most goals and assists in the Premier League in that conversation. The
yeah,
one that led his team to the final of the Euros, all by himself. His team couldn't help him out. But one person could have helped them. One person. And no,
Wait, what are you talking
no one
about?
chose to help him. Talk about my boy Harry. No one decided to help him.
Harry.
Except for Sterling helped in the first 2 games, and then he went AWOL.
Southgate could have helped him by putting Grealish on.
Southgate could have helped him by putting Grealish on for 120 minutes rather than 30. You know?
By putting
I mean,
Grealish on for every minute of the tournament.
I think Southgate managed the team well, and we it went to penalties. I mean, you can't ask for much more.
Yeah,
Generally, like, that was in the
that's
final.
old news. That's old news. Let's go to
Yeah,
Man U. We had a whole
Man
podcast
yes,
U.
yes.
about that.
So talking about the player with the most goals and assists in the Premier League right now, we got Paul Pogba, who somehow has 5 assists.
5 assists, 2 games. He hit the post too.
Yeah,
2 days
yeah.
ago. 3 days
I
ago.
mean, he looks incredible. I mean, we were saying earlier, is he playing good because he wants to leave, or is he
Oh,
playing good because he
I
it's just good? I mean,
I think
I,
that he knows with the signing of Varane, the signing of Sancho, they're a legitimate team now.
I agree.
If
I
if
agree.
they could find now, if they could score goals from the top, if it's Greenwood, if it's Cavani, if it's Rashford, if it's Martial, if they get that striker to play like a striker, they have a hell of a team. Luke Shaw coming off the season of his life, I think Maguire's a hell of a player. Varane next to him, Wan-Bissaka, the defender that he is. It's some team now.
yeah, I fully agree. Um, I hope Greenwood keeps starting. I think he's 100% the best striker that they have. And having Pogba, Bruno, and Sancho right behind.
Yeah. Even
I still
Cavani.
think, yeah, I mean Cavani off the bench, super, super, super clinical. I've just loved Greenwood's off-ball running. It's been incredible. I mean, he did not get enough credit for how many of like the Pogba assists were coming off of his runs, pulling defenders that allowed Bruno to get behind and goal. Like consistently, I think all 3 of Bruno's goals were off of Greenwood making off-ball runs, pulling a defender and Bruno making the run in behind. It was I was shook. I mean, it was. I mean, Leeds aren't the best defensively, which everyone knows.
It's an
I mean,
understatement.
and it's not even that they're like bad defensively. It's more just the way they play.
They're
Their
horrible.
tactics
They're
are
horrible.
horrible when it comes to playing defensive. It's very, very hit or miss. Very, very hit or miss. And I mean, Robert Koch was playing DM, so didn't didn't really help. I can't lie. We all have some strong opinions on him. I can't lie. But yeah, I mean, I think United is a world class DM away from winning the Premier League finally.
That's what everyone's saying. But do you guys think they? I mean, do you guys think they could win it this year, even without
They
Dion?
they got scored on both of these two games, but we still haven't seen Varane.
But yeah,
Personally,
I just don't.
personally, I could. I It's hard because I mean, once
They
we
just
talk about all
haven't.
the teams, I think we could talk about where we think we're going to finish. But like, there's a lot of good teams this year. Like, even some teams that aren't in the big five. I won't even consider Arsenal. Like,
Ham
any of the
United.
teams that aren't in like the big five right now, there's a couple of teams outside of that. Like I mean, Leicester lost to West Ham, but I mean, West Ham. I
That's
mean,
Ham, man.
we can put Leicester in there just because they consistently have been finishing as a top four team. Or I actually they don't. They finish as fifth place,
top
but
five, top five.
uh, yeah, top five team. Them, I mean, there's even my boys Brighton, who decided this year we're gonna score goals. And I mean, I don't know if Johnny, if you've watched the games,
Connolly didn't.
it,
Connolly didn't decide that.
you saw that, bro. Oh
You
my
sent it in the
god,
chat.
I know. I'm like, oh my classic Brighton. But they've won the first two games, and it's games that they should be winning, and they've looked really, really, really good. And I mean, the league position shows that. But yeah, I mean, do I think United's going to win the league this year? No. I mean, I don't know what your guys' opinion. I've seen some people saying that they have them as favorites.
Well, I said can they? Not will they? Can they? I think they can. They're because
I,
they're they're strong enough. I don't think we've learned much from the first two games actually, because they pummeled Leeds last year. They pummeled Leeds this year, and then the second
Yeah.
game it was same old, tied to a team that they should absolutely be beating in Southampton, and we haven't seen much of Sancho or Varane. So we can only guess, but it's not much to guess because we know that Sancho is a great player. We know Varane's a great player, and specifically, if I were a Man U fan, I would, or forget if I'm a Man U fan. I think they have a chance just because I think Sancho actually does
I think it's
fill
a
a
big
big
difference.
void. I
Hmm.
know everyone's talking about the right wing thing. That's big, but for me, it's more just having another quality attacker to go with Bruno. And if Pogba keeps it up, then that's two guys to go with Bruno, and that's a huge deal because they were already a good team.
Hmm. Well, I
this is
mean,
the first time in a while where you have these four elite teams
Yeah,
playing for this one prize, and it's just going to be fun, super fun to watch this year, especially with the West Hams, the new looking Tottenham, the Leicester that's gonna come and be. It's going to be
yeah,
fun.
well, I mean, finishing off those four super teams, we had Liverpool, who for some reason everyone was writing off. I don't really get where that came from. Um, I mean, as I said earlier, I think they have. Honestly, I think they have the best 11. When everyone is playing, their starting 11 is probably the best. I mean,
at least on
Mane,
par.
Jota, Salah.
At least on par with
Uh,
City.
yeah, I mean Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, Robertson, Van Dijk. I mean Kunde, Matip, Gomez. I mean whatever one you want to put in the second spot. Trent with
Konate,
Alisson,
Konate.
or yeah, whatever. Konate, not Kunde. But yeah, I mean that 11 is incredible.
Is Thiago even finding his way in? I don't
Mhm.
think so, right?
Who,
I
who
mean,
knows?
we'll see. I mean, he struggled a little bit last year. He's coming into a new team that was playing two DMs at center back for half the season. Um, it was kind of a hard situation. I mean, finishing the year, I mean, they looked good, but I mean, Naby Keita's looked really good to start off the season. Curtis Jones is also in the conversation for that starting spot, but he's been injured. Harvey Elliott as well has looked really good. But I mean, we don't really know.
No, I agree. I don't know about the midfield, but their attack and defense got to be the top of the league in
Nah,
both of
don't
those
sleep on
regards.
that midfield, man. Don't sleep on that midfield. That's a
And
serious
obviously, that's what you're saying.
midfield.
Don't sleep on that midfield. They have the best 11. Now it's up to those super subs
Bro, that's a
or
serious
Yeah.
just subs in
midfield.
general.
Thiago ain't playing right. You put Ox in the box. You put Curtis Jones. That's a
Oh
serious
yeah,
game.
I thought Ox was really good. In the first game, he got some minutes.
Bro, he's
And
just good in general.
yeah,
Away Wijnaldum from that too.
yeah. I mean, hopefully they can fill that wide arm void for them. I mean, it's looking like they look good so far. I mean, they haven't had a tough game. They played Norwich and Burnley, who I think are both going to get relegated.
They play
Um,
Chelsea next. That's a
Yeah,
Chelsea next,
Saturday's the
juggernaut.
big
so
one.
that's a big one.
That's a
Yeah,
juggernaut matchup.
I think we're looking at that a little bit
In
soon.
in that
Um,
game. Oh really?
I think we should talk about the rest
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
teams
yeah,
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we can look into that a little bit
Well,
more.
Man City. I feel like you're saying we already did Man City, but we kind of didn't. We could touch a little
We
more on
just
City.
talked about their game.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
mean, finish rounding off the top six. Obviously, we got two Spurs fans here, so we both want to talk about Spurs and what we think so far. I mean, you can go first, Joey. I mean,
I like
what did you
Spurs.
take away?
I feel like I saw two completely different teams these past 2 weeks. Um, and I guess you have different players going at them. You had City's attack and then Adama Traore. And Japhet Tanganga did a hell of a job against Sterling Grealish and everyone that came his way against City. Davidson Sanchez, Eric Dyer, Reguilon, they did a hell of a job. But just this one player in Adama Traore caused scenes. Like they
It,
couldn't stop him.
it wasn't insane. He was going
And
crazy.
the the Wolves midfield was there. They just couldn't score. And then when City played us, it was like they were the Tottenham we saw against Wolves. Like they kind of didn't really want it. I don't remember huge chances from that City game that City had, but I do remember that one that Traore had where he missed against
Yeah,
the one-on-one with Lloris.
can we take a moment to talk about how Ruben Neves, I think, took maybe 8 long shots and not a single one went on target. Like,
No, I thought he had a couple on target. Are you sure? I feel like
I think he had
Lloris
one on
had at least
target.
2 to save.
I think it was
I
one
remember.
from him. Like, that man was kicking some field goals out there. I can't lie, bro. I was like, I mean, Wolves had one big chance, but other than that, I don't think they created a single real chance. Right? I mean, there was
No,
like
you're right. It was
him
just
and
that Traore chance,
there was a
and
couple half
then
chances from like Jimenez where he had like the 180 turn, curved it almost on top corner.
yeah. But yeah, no, I
It looked
feel the
shakier.
defense.
The defense looked a little
We
shakier.
did look shaky, but you're right. We did our job. They had one big chance.
There was one big chance, and I
Where
mean, it was.
us, on the other hand, we had at least
I
three or
think we had like,
four.
yeah,
You remember
yeah.
that
I
one
mean,
where Jose Sa saved like 3 shots?
oh my gosh, yeah, he had
That
like
Bergwijn dribble.
yes,
We
the double save on the Bergwijn double was
uh-huh.
insane, and we had 8
And
shots and 6 on target. They had 25 6 on target.
so Nuno's doing good. He's getting us to be sort of, I guess, clinical, although we scored a
Yeah,
penalty with our
yeah.
chances.
I mean,
Um,
they had 25 shots and 10 and we blocked 10 shots.
and we could also talk about the kid that was in the championship team of the season last year, and Oliver Skip, who's having a hell of a season so far.
Oh, I think he's been great. I
He's
can't
owning
lie.
that midfield with Højbjerg and Deli.
Mm-hmm.
That 4-3-3
Delhi
is
as well.
really suiting us.
Oh wait, it can't just be me, right? When Delhi stood up to take the penalty. Did you think he was gonna miss? I thought he was missing, like 100%.
I had confidence in Deli.
So
I thought it was
I
gonna be
got
stunned,
so scared. I thought it was gonna be
but
Son, so I got
but
so nervous.
it was a shit penalty. Like he just picked the right side.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
a shit penalty. I mean, in reality, a shit penalty is only something that goes off target. So like, any penalty can go in as long as it hits, as long as it's in the frame. So
but yeah, no,
I don't be too
our
critical about
our
that,
defense
but yeah.
has been doing their job. Midfield's doing their job. Sonny's doing his job.
I,
Bergwijn's. needs to
I thought
score.
Lucas was horrible against Wolves. I don't know about you.
Lucas was horrible against Wolves, 100%.
He was
Against
very good against City.
He
He was
amazing.
incredible.
City was amazing. I'll give him that. But
Against
Wolves, oh my
Wolves,
god.
that was one of the worst I've ever seen him play. That was atrocious.
So
Yeah, no, but
is it no Harry Kane, no problem?
well, the thing is, we're gonna have someone, you know. Like if Harry Kane stays, hell yeah, we have one of the top 2 strikers in the world staying and playing for us.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
Who's that?
I see Lucas getting dropped.
Oh.
Okay, I see Lucas getting dropped. for
Lucas
Kane
is
after
gonna
that
get
game.
dropped, and then
Yeah.
you put Kane in, and then if we get this Adama deal, Bergwijn's gonna get dropped, and it may take a week or 2, you know, but
Yeah,
it's what's gonna happen,
I think he's scary, and the way we play, he fits perfectly. I mean,
right?
the like Lloris was playing some balls over the top. I've never seen that before. That was like
Bergwijn had
that,
at least
I
2 chances from
yeah
that.
yeah like he looked like Pickford with those punts, bro. Like over the top through balls. I'm like, what? I've never seen Lloris do that before. It was the weirdest thing ever. But like him doing that to Son and Adama with Kane bringing the ball up and flicking it onto them, it's just that'd be scary.
And we've seen 20 minutes of Kane, and those 20 minutes of Kane are where we got all those chances. That's
Yeah,
how much of a
yeah,
presence he brings. He couldn't even be near
yeah,
the play, and wow, we get those chances.
yeah. And then
Um,
even against City as well. I mean, we don't talk about it too much, but like that performance, you know what it reminded me of? Do you remember? I mean, I always remember this game, and I've always wanted us to play like it again. Do you remember the game versus Real Madrid? You know, I've never seen us work so hard in a game until that game, and this game against City really reminded me of that. I mean, I've seen people say, "Oh, you know, Spurs always beat City," but it felt different.
felt different. It felt very different.
If it wasn't like City was missing chances over and over again, it felt like the team was working together as a unit to stop them from creating chances. And the way we set up, that I didn't see a single analyst talk about, which it could be a good counter to how City plays, was having the back four play zonal and having DMs track those little runs from Grealish or KDB and all those players, and it worked. Like Grealish would make these little cut-in runs, and I'd always see like Tanganga would just stay outside
And then
consistently on
Skip or
Sterling,
Højbjerg would
and Steve
follow.
Højbjerg would follow Grealish in behind. And I mean, it was one of the best I've ever seen City get stopped. Like they weren't creating those little chances. I mean, we're talking about Jesus and how he's getting his little channels from making those runs between the right back and the center back, doing a little move and crossing it. They didn't do that. They had that one time. It was on a free kick when they crossed it into Fernando Torres and he missed.
Yeah.
So it it was interesting. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised that how well we defended as a
And no, and
unit.
I'm liking this new ball, man. I wanted a Fonseca bad, but I'm happy with this new ball right now.
Yeah, yeah. So am I. I mean,
Can I say
I'm
something
excited.
negative after all this positive about Spurs?
What?
You guys look nice. I give you that, but you ain't in that top 4. And you
I
gotta
mean,
get in that top
It's
4.
impossible. It's impossible to be in that top 4.
It's
We
not
haven't seen
impossible. It's not
it, you
your hope is Man U isn't as good as they
and
should be.
now we have Romero coming in.
Romero, he looked pretty good in his debut. You know who? Did you watch that game by any chance,
I
Joey?
watched the second half of the second half.
What do you think? Hey man, Cameron Carter Vickers.
Our
How
fellow
bad,
American, our fellow
dude?
American.
I think he might be
Dude,
the
Harry
worst player at our
Winks,
club
bro.
by far. Oh, Harry
Harry,
Winks was horrible too, and Lo Celso was horrible too. I mean, if we get injuries, I'm nervous. I can't lie. Like I'm so nervous. Um,
um, but yeah, no,
but
our team's looking good. I really wish Ndombele would come in and play that Delhi role that we have. It's literally right there for him.
he doesn't want
But
to run.
he
He
doesn't
doesn't
want to
want to
run.
run. So
That's it. He
like,
just doesn't want to run.
he doesn't want to run. I'd love him to play, but he's got to move.
hell, of, eh, hell of a dribbler though. Given that
Hell of
you
a
put that
dribbler.
man on the touchline, he'll do wonders.
Hmm.
I
Might not
I
do
mean,
anything else,
Bird.
but
Yeah, yeah.
if you want him to spin on the top, do a little
Yeah.
dance.
So
I'm good with
outside of
Spurs.
those, yeah, outside of those five, I mean, I've been thoroughly impressed by Brighton and West Ham. West Ham looked better than they
West
did last
Ham.
year. by
I
a
wonder
lot.
what's gonna happen with my boy Jesse Lingard, Jay Lings.
Okay, you don't need to do that, please.
For the benefit of the listeners, Joe, you care to tell them what you were doing?
Oh, I was doing the celebration, the Jay Lings.
He was doing it in the worst way imaginable. Oh, now Cutter just did it worse. Anyway,
Yeah,
Don't
them
make
and
Flamingo
Bryden, I've
dance.
loved. Please stop. No, no.
I
Yeah.
think I have to highlight from that West Ham Leicester game. I was talking to Cutter about this before. I have to highlight a player that doesn't usually get a lot of credit from West Ham. That's actually good. You know, everyone's always talking about Antonio, Suchek, Lingard, who's gone
Oh,
now.
don't say that
But
Spanish guy.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh,
No,
I hate him.
Pablo. Wait. You could say that you hate him in a second.
He just like
Pablo Fornals played incredible against Leicester. He played incredible. It wasn't just that goal, which by the way, the goal was beautiful.
Mhm.
Him and Benrahma set it up, and then he ended up
And Rama's
scoring
been
it.
so good.
And the whole game, his delivery was on point. He just looked good, and I think the people need to know.
I feel like West Ham have a lot of players that, like on paper, you don't realize how good they actually are unless you actually watch them play. Like they have some great players for some reason. They've done
yeah,
such a
hell of
good
a
job.
midfield.
I know they've done such a great job at buying players. I don't know who their scouts are, but
Feel
like
like
they
I
they
feel
need
like
ways to like.
we were linked to their whole midfield. We were
Oh,
linked
I
to
know.
Suchek before he went to West Ham. We were linked with Bowen before he went to West Ham. We were linked with Ben Rama before he went to West Ham.
We just
Everyone
don't
but
buy them.
Fornals. And we
It
just
makes
don't
no
do it.
sense. I don't
It's just like
understand.
the Grealish situation
I
3 years
mean,
ago,
we were
man.
linked with Grealish for 3 straight years. So like, sorry, 15 mil. Oh, we're not paying that for Grealish. Oh, 25. Nope, we're not paying that. Oh, 30 mil. We're not paying that. It gets sold for 100 mil. Like,
I remember
it's
it was 15 to 20. We offered the 15, we wouldn't pay the 20.
yeah, it was so stupid.
Look at him now, man.
Oh, 50, 20 for Grealish back in the day.
Yes,
Yeah.
we wouldn't pay 20 mil like 3 years ago.
Yikes. But
Yeah.
he'd be off. You guys would have sold him by now anyway. So it's a city. Everything would be the same.
Okay,
Their
talk about
defense.
sorry.
Oh,
Talk about selling for no reason. We're talking about Southampton,
Yeesh.
Sigurd?
Vestergaard and Ings. What was the purpose in just like it's like
Don't
they're
ask us. Don't ask us.
it feels like they're trying to get relegated. Honestly,
That new right back, Liv Ramado?
Livramento from Chelsea.
Livramento. He's
Yeah,
good. He's kicking Kyle Walker Peters out of the
bro.
side, and Kyle Walker Peters does his job for Southampton.
Our academy is just gas, bro. We just turn these guys out, and we share them. We share them with the
He's
world.
good.
that was so funny reading the article about Tuchel. I was telling you, Johnny. He's like, yeah, the whole team reported the practice, and we had 44 lads out there. I'm like, oh my
Oh
god,
yeah.
What?
44.
What?
'Cause so many players come back from loan. It's like, yeah, it's weird having such a big roster. I mean, they just went and sold everybody.
I
I
wonder.
mean,
I wonder
like
what
you
happened
say,
to Ross
wow,
Barkley
one.
because Kovacic
Ross
took
Barkley.
his number.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bale wears I think 18 now for Real Madrid.
He was weird. That's so weird.
Right?
I mean, he scored. Bigger the man.
Bro, Ross Barkley is currently a Chelsea player and he has no official number.
Does he
He's
not?
he's not in the Premier League squad.
I guess.
Wait, I'm actually curious. Who else do they have that doesn't have numbers?
I don't know.
What?
I'll get that
I'm
loaded
checking
up.
this out.
Oh, do I have to carry this podcast while you guys investigate?
Yeah, I need to investigate.
Midfielders. Yeah, he's not there. You got Faustino and Joran, but no Ross Barkley.
Yeah, Tino Angerin.
Tino Angerin.
Ethan Ampadu.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I guess we should.
And you're adding Kurt Zuma to that West Ham side too. So you have Diop.
What?
Kurt Zuma is going to West Ham.
I don't think it's confirmed, but it's close.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, really?
And then who's that white guy? Dawson? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Craig Dawson.
He's good too. So now you have three.
Oh, you guys just
First
sold
team.
Zappacosta as well, by the way.
No, what a shame.
Wow, that's gonna be crazy.
But he scored a hell of a goal a couple years ago.
And then Potter, you can go off on Brighton. I think there's 5 teams right now that have 6 points, and it's
I
West
know,
Ham,
like, dude,
Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham,
Yeah, Brighton,
and
were the XG Warriors last year. Oh well, I guess we already touched on them a little bit. But Carter, you think
yeah.
they're not gonna be the XG Warriors this year? They're gonna be the Goal Warriors. Are they gonna take? Are they gonna take the mantle? Are they gonna pick up Arsenal's spot, be in that top 7?
Honestly, it's a stretch, but I think there's a good chance they finish like 8th or ninth. I think it's a good chance. I mean,
what
Who
what's gonna
finishes higher,
happen?
Brighton or Leeds?
Ooh,
I think Brighton. I don't know. I think they are going to be in that area, 8 and 9. I think
think
that's.
do you think Graham Potter would leave mid-season to go coach Arsenal?
I hope not, because I don't want Arsenal to be good.
Would you rather have him right now than Nuno? We feel good.
It's
Nuno's
hard.
convincing me. That's kind of weird. Like if I didn't see these past 2 games, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's hard. Cause I
these
I
love
two
Graham
told
games have
Potter.
been
y'all.
like,
I told y'all to
wow.
take Nuno.
Well, I think Graham Potter's a better coach, and we'll have to see. I mean, right now, I think I'd rather have Graham Potter, but Nuno could prove me wrong. I mean, if we keep this up, I'll be very impressed
Yeah, Nuno, please prove me wrong, Nuno. Please.
because I love Graham Potter, and I think Brighton has been the most entertaining team to watch so far. I mean, I love them. I don't know like how like Brighton and Hove Albion. Who would have thought? I mean,
More entertaining than Chelsea.
yeah, yeah, I think
Okay.
so. I mean, they create so many chances and they play like it's bro. Basuma, that man does not deserve to be on Brighton. He should. He could start
For
for PSG. I
years,
think
man, I've been.
bro. I think Basuma is honestly like a top 5 DM in the world. I think he is so good.
Yeesh.
He is incredible. Like there's a reason why a bunch of teams have been going after him, but he needs more people going after him. Like what he reminds me of, to compare him to someone, is he reminds me of Sissoko when he was good for Spurs, except he can pass the ball very well.
Pass. Imagine Sissoko being able to pass.
If
So
Sissoko
he
had the
can
ability
dribble.
to
He can
pass, he would
dribble
have been
through
so good.
people too.
Oh yeah, bro, he's a fucking warrior, bro. He's massive.
Wow.
It's African maniac, bro. That man just he wins the ball, bro, and he just drives. It's incredible. And he plays the ball out of the back. Like he, I love him. I love him so much. I love Brighton and Trossard. Trossard's beautiful. He's so,
It's beautiful.
and March, bro. Like they've been so
Can we
good.
talk about how much of an impact Eric Lamela is making right now?
Oh yeah,
For Sevilla?
he scored a brace off the bench in his first game.
He scored it off the bench his second game too.
Did he actually score it again? I didn't even see that. Was it the
Yeah.
game winner?
No, we
And I
In the
can't. We
93rd
can't.
minute.
We can't talk about Lamela's impact.
and
We can't.
I heard Brian Heel did good against that Portuguese team.
Yeah, he was easily the best player playing. Like easily, he looked really good. I felt so bad for him. He'd get the ball, he'd like take a player on, and then try to do a 1-2 with whatever 18-year-olds we were playing in that game, and they just lose the ball consistently. It was so bad. Or he'd get the ball to Los Celso and Los Celso lose. Los Celso was complaining the entire game. He just lose the ball over and over again. It was really annoying. Him and Williams were playing horrible.
It's gonna be an interesting watch on Thursday.
What competition are you guys even talking about?
Are we gonna
The
lose?
UEFA Conference League.
I feel like we should.
I hope
I
we
feel
lose.
like we should
I don't.
lose and like get the memes out of the way.
I'd rather just focus on the league. 'Cause I
But
don't care
or
about
we could
conference league.
still just develop those players with that extra game time, you know.
I mean, the only team that is at least like a 4-star is Roma. Like, and not even at least a 3-star team is like Roma. Like, there's nobody good in this tournament.
Hey, bro,
And
they
also,
got Tammy Abraham leading the line. Don't sleep on Roma.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm just saying that's like the only team that we'd have to beat. So
I
like,
feel like this just gives more work to Nunu. Like, yes, it's good to get these young players
nah,
playing.
you don't. Nah, don't do
Give
that
rest.
again. Don't do that again.
It's
No,
just more work
no.
for him.
New.
Like,
Don't talk
Nunu.
about Spurs again. How about that?
Okay, all right.
Oh, my man
Sorry.
said new.
Yeah,
Is it not Nunu?
it's Nuno.
Oh,
Yo,
Nuno.
Bro.
yo. Yeah, Joey.
I feel like I've been saying Nunu this whole time.
You haven't. You've been saying Nuno. Oh
Oh,
my god. That's
But
embarrassing.
There's
Oops.
another player. Actually, there's a couple other players that I like to highlight their performances from the weekend, and it was from the same game. It was from Everton Leeds. They were
Oh, here
definitely
goes Rafinha.
that's one of them.
Richarlison.
No, not Richarlison. There were other guys that played good, but no. Well, one Rafinha balled out again. I just had to mention that fucking baller. And then on the other side, a little bit, not a little bit,
Demarai.
a lot less
Demarai
obvious.
Gray.
Yeah, Damari Gray. Damari Gray played great. I want to keep seeing him this season because I guess
He's
he's
looked
gonna get
good.
more. I guess he's gonna get more playing time now. He looked very good. It reminded me a lot of Hudson Odoi when Hudson Odoi is playing at his best, just stylistically. But
Yeah, it's weird. There was a lot of weird stigmas about him getting bought by Everton. Like, what is this signing? 1.5 mil for Gray? Like, what is the purpose of the signing? And he started, and he's looked really good, which is weird.
he looked great. Well, again,
Mhm.
Leeds, but but no, yeah.
Yeah, Leeds does make other teams look very
I
good.
mean, they're still a Premier League team, you know.
And we
No,
still
they're
all
actually they're
think
so
that
bad.
Leeds
They're
is gonna.
so bad.
We all think Leeds is gonna finish top 10. Yet we talk about other teams playing against them like it means nothing. So,
No, because defensively, bro, it's literally like it's almost hard to watch. Actually, it's not hard to watch. It's great to watch, but like their defending is like Bielsa doesn't know what defending is. I don't think he's ever heard the word. Like
yeah, I can tell you right now. I mean, other than West Ham, who have 11 goals, like for goals scored and against, 11 goals in their games, Leeds is second with 10. Just the only difference is Leeds conceded 7 and West Ham has conceded 3. So it's crazy. I mean, no, I mean Norwich has conceded 8. So like they're not the worst defense in the league, but
so, what you're saying is we shouldn't be watching City and Chelsea and Liverpool. We should be watching Norwich and Leeds.
yeah, whoever plays against Norwich, put your money on them. They're going to score a lot of goals. Always put your money on the over, unless they're playing Burnley, who's probably not going to score.
They just got Brandon Williams too,
Oh, they
Norwich.
did.
Yeah, so they have Billy Gilmore
Oh wow!
along with
Billy
Now they
Gilmore.
have two right-footed fullbacks. What a team!
uh, yeah. I think we're going to transition a little bit into predictions for this upcoming year. Do you have any bold predictions for teams we think might be making the big jump this year? Who we think is going to win the league? Um, Big shouts for relegation, all that jazz. I'm going to start off right now. I mean, I've watched all 4 of the big teams play, and I think it's hard to say that Chelsea isn't going to win. Honestly, in my opinion, I think Chelsea's the best team right now.
it has to be Chelsea right now. Yet again, we
I
just
disagree.
saw
You think Liverpool
Uh,
or City? I know you're not going to say United.
or
no,
West
I don't think
Ham.
United. We all think it's tight. Uh, I mean, it's hard to say, but I wouldn't say Chelsea. I think I would say City, honestly, if I had to pick. But I think it's gonna be tight.
We've seen it's only been 2 games, and City, it's like it was the typical Tottenham City game where we counted the whole time, and but this time it was different. This time was like City didn't win and we like actually
But
won.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
mean,
basing it off the games. I mean, last year we got something right that a lot of people didn't, which was not that anyone noticed, but but remember City started off poorly, and people were talking about Chelsea and Spurs, and we were excited, and all 3 of us, Chelsea and Spurs fans, were like, "Yeah, I think City's gonna win the league."
yeah.
And not 2 games in, like 10 games in, City was in like near the midway,
Like, yeah, it was like 7 or
And
8.
we
and
and
Chelsea
we
and
were
Spurs
still like
were
City was gonna win.
Chelsea Spurs were
Yeah,
1-2.
I know. That's actually so weird to think about. We ended up finishing fucking
But
7.
this year, it's just you added Lukaku, you added you didn't have Tuchel the whole year.
Yeah.
We didn't
You
touch enough on
Well,
him. That was beautiful to watch against
mhm.
Arsenal. That was just
It
right?
the way
was.
he
It was.
manhandled him.
Well,
I don't think he came to the touchline in the first 20 minutes. I think he was like letting them play, just sitting there and watching his team do what he wanted them to.
Which isn't his usual style, as far as I know. He's normally more mobile. He was kind of like a target man. But
Yeah.
there was this one play they kept doing that did well. Obviously, there was the one play that resulted in the goal, just bullying Tierney. But there was this one play they kept doing that didn't result in much that I think could potentially be something and looked like a really good move where they would like. It's just a huge difference in Chelsea that Lukaku's such a great outball because he's so good with his back to the goal.
Back to
Like
goal.
anybody on the field could play it into him, and he'd play it back to the midfield. So obviously that was
Mhm.
working, but like he kept trying to create like shooting opportunities, and they never pulled that off. But I could see that happening in the future. Like
Yeah, I
I think
can.
Mount needs to up his goal tally this year, and
I think
I think he can. I
I
think he
think
has
he's
it in him.
going to.
Yeah, I think he's going to
Especially if
as
he's
well.
playing in that front three.
Or
Mhm.
Havertz. Who
I think they
knows?
both will.
Well, Havertz
I
has
can
to
see
because
them.
he
I
He
can see
will
didn't
in
them
put up any
both
Lukaku's.
stats last
get
year.
into the 8 goal range.
Sorry, what?
Um, I said I can see them both getting near the 8 goal, 8 assist range. Honestly, I think you guys are going to score a lot of goals. But
Yeah, but I
the
still
one reason,
I
I
still
mean, my
just feel
reasoning for sorry, but my reason for Chelsea, I think, is from obviously we don't really know with injuries what's going to happen, and we could see teams drop points. But if we go hypothetically, it's what's going to come down to if it's a title race is which team is going to beat the other big teams. And I feel like Chelsea always performs in these big games. I mean, they bested City consistently. They thrashed Arsenal. I mean, I feel like you guys have a better chance of beating these teams. I mean, City consistently loses to you, consistently loses to Spurs, consistently loses to Liverpool.
We have the big one this Saturday. Chelsea Liverpool.
Yeah, which
that'll
I think
That's
is going to be
it.
a big game.
that'll tell us a lot. That'll
Mm-hmm.
honestly tell us a lot.
I'd like to see how. I mean, that's what I was talking about with Chelsea earlier. How solid they really are. It will be against Liverpool. I feel like
I mean,
a full
I think
course.
we've seen it though. I mean, we're pretty solid.
Oh yeah, I know, but you get what I'm saying. Like what to expect with this Lukaku led Chelsea team. Because do you know who's home for that game?
Home? No.
I could tell you right.
I mean, the thing is, I sort of feel this isn't a way to make a prediction, but I sort of feel that Chelsea's going to come second, and either City or
Anfield.
Liverpool is going to win.
It's home.
I just get
Yeah.
the feeling that those two teams, like those two teams, are used to putting up points totals that are like unprecedented in Premier League history.
Yeah.
And like Chelsea have a Premier League winning side, but like very recently,
I mean,
those two
you
teams
guys.
have been historically good. So I
I
fear
mean,
that
you,
will
so
happen
are
this
you
year.
guys under Conte?
Yeah, but that's a totally different team. This is so yeah, we could. That's a whole different like
It is a different team
team.
though, but yeah,
These City and Liverpool teams are very. There's
similar to the
changes,
teams
but
that.
like yeah,
Yeah, it's very similar to the
tactically,
teams that
yeah,
put up those point totals.
tactically, the stars, it's very similar.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think City has a good chance to come second. I think Liverpool's probably third. I mean, even though I said they're the best XI,
After the XI, it's the
I think they.
X2, X3.
Yeah, I
Why?
feel like the issue will be with injuries.
And
I
we're
mean,
leaving something out big too. If Kane
which,
goes to City, it
yeah,
might be a
I
I
was,
don't,
wrap.
I was gonna
I
say
don't
that
think it's,
before we start talking about it.
I
In
don't
a
think it
week,
happens.
we're gonna have all these answers.
What if Cristiano Ronaldo goes to City? It also might be a wrap.
Yeah, I've seen rumors
I
that
mean, it's not a
Juventus
wrap,
only wants to sell to him,
but like,
or wants to sell to
I
them.
would be mad. I would be so mad if he went to City.
would he even go?
Like I would hate him as a person. Like that's just horrible of him.
I mean, I wouldn't because he's Ronaldo and he's the best. He's Ronaldo. He's the
I
second
would
best player I've
I
ever
would
seen.
it'd be
So
crazy, bro. Can you imagine a PSG City Champions League final if he
actually, I'd
went
love
to
him,
City?
bro. We should all love him. He'd break all those stupid Manchester United fans' hearts.
Oh,
Bro,
that would be
bro,
amazing.
that'd be beautiful.
Your heart,
Listening to
he'd
Case,
break Cutter's heart.
What?
He'd break all of our hearts.
Why? Not mine.
Be, just for the transfer. But I'm saying once it gets deeper into the season and City already have 120 points
Oh yeah.
and they're about to win their next FA Cup and their next League Cup and about to win the Champions League final.
Yeah, it would be
Come
interesting.
on.
That's a good point.
I mean, do you guys have any
It's the
shock
king.
relegations you think for this upcoming year? I mean, do you think Arsenal could get relegated? Any chance? Throw them under the bus?
Honest, no.
That's my
No way.
hope. That's my hope.
Oh, dude, it'd be the best day of my life. But no, it's
Yeah,
it's got to
I
be
don't see it happening.
Norwich, Watford.
I don't know. Watford, I mean, they looked horrible. They got like destroyed against Brighton, but they looked decent in their first game against Villa. I don't know. I think it's going to be Southampton, Burnley, and Norwich.
No way, Southampton. Southampton are
South.
gonna
I
relegate.
don't think Southampton. I don't think
I
Southampton.
think they're
No,
horrible.
Crystal Palace is my shot.
Oh yeah, Vieira. If Vieira gets sacked in the first 10 games, they stay up. If he stays the whole year, they're going down.
What about
Not just
Burnley?
Vieira. They gutted the team. Like
Yeah,
they
there's
completely
still
gutted the
Zaha. There's
team.
still Zaha though, and he's a carry and a half.
And easy. And didn't they just sign
As
to
he's
someone else?
injured.
Did
But
they
yeah, they
just sign
signed
someone
some
else?
other guy that's decent. Yeah, I forget what his name is.
I forget his
I was
name.
looking at his highlights. Oh,
Who? I'm not.
I'm blanking as well.
Oh, like on Yesu or something.
The other, like,
maybe.
he was one of the best players in the championship last year as well.
Yeah, isn't it something like
I think.
Yeah, let's go with that.
that? Who do you guys
And
think? You found it?
no, I'm trying to. I don't know. I don't think. I don't know.
Oh,
But
Crystal Palace lost to Watford today, just for the record, in the
yeah, I
Carabao.
know. And I saw 1-0. But I don't. I think Norwich and Burnley are going down 100%. There's no way Burnley stays up again. Like
Norwich, Burnley, and Watford are my three.
Nah, bro.
yeah,
Crystal Palace, Watford.
I'm going Southampton.
Who do you guys think? Southampton and who?
Burnley and Norwich.
Who do you guys think are going to be breakout players this season?
Breakout players. I mean, I think we've already started to see them. I mean, Ben
Oh,
Rama.
and Bamboo from Brentford is going to be a hell of a player.
There's a shot right there. I'm gonna
Greenwood?
throw. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I already said I think he could get a lot of goals this year.
It's up to game time. He's got to earn it.
Yeah, but it ain't just up to game time though, because he got game time last year. What did he do with it?
You know who I think could
I guess
re-break out?
game time up top instead on the right. I think clearly he's not a winger.
Could re-break out.
I think re-break out could be Dele Alli. Genuinely, I think he could re-break out under this team and how he's playing right now.
Like we said, he's already re-breaking out. Greenwood's already looking great.
You know what I was realizing? I was looking back. Like, he was so good back under Pochettino. Like, I saw something on Instagram. It wasn't even me that commented it. It was something about Johnny's already shaking his head. It was saying how we have all these young players now, Mount and Foden and Saka. I mean, Ali was more clinical than all of them, more flary than all of them, and a better goal scorer than all of them. Like, and a better creator than all of them. Like, this guy, how did he fall from earth?
More flary than Foden.
Bro, what was he known for? His nutmegs, bro. This guy would nutmeg like 3 people a game consistently.
Oh, that one goal against fucking Palace? Yo,
This guy,
is that not Flary?
He's not more flary.
do you forget?
By the way,
guy
the guy's no, he was amazing. He was amazing. He was literally amazing. He was a phenom.
I know. I don't.
By
I'm
the way, the
hoping
guy's name was Michael Olise. He played for Reading.
There we go.
Yes, thank you.
So I was close.
Yeah. What did you say? Oyasu or something?
I think I said didn't I say Onise? And his name's Olise.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, you said as well. Fornals, we could see him improve his goal tally.
Well, I wasn't saying.
It's going to be interesting what happens with Jesse Lingard. I want to see what's going to happen with him.
I don't know, bro. Ben Rama.
Ben Rama's hell of a player, man.
No, yeah, Ben Rama's looking good.
Danny
Antonio.
Danny Ings.
You can watch out for him.
Danny Ings can't break out. Danny Ings is incredible right now. We know this.
Yeah.
And then you got like Bailey and Buendia. Oliver Skip.
Oliver Skip is a shout. You can throw him in that category. Is anyone else really? Off the top of my head, I mean,
I want to see.
I was really hoping Neil Maupay was going to be really good this year. Then he got injured.
I want to
We'll see
see
how he does. But
the new Leicester signings ball out.
what's his name?
Daka
Daka, yeah,
and
bro.
isn't there one more?
Didn't they sign? What were they the ones that signed Vestergaard?
Yeah.
They did sign Vestergaard, but there was
Yeah.
another guy. I'll tell you.
No.
Yes.
And he just goes, no,
Bro,
didn't happen.
Leicester's great as is. We didn't really talk about Leicester.
Sumare? I want to see Sumare get some minutes.
Sumari.
Yes, Sumare.
The only thing with Leicester that's kind of weird is like everybody loves them and like they're so good, especially for what they are. But like, does anybody have them like getting higher? No. So like it's kind of sad to talk about them because like they're bound to drop down at least a little bit, or if
I
not
think
stay in the same place.
they'll finish 7th.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I think West Ham will finish 6th. I think Spurs and United will be fighting for 4th.
Oh, so you think West Ham is there to stay?
Yeah, and then I think Brighton and Leeds will be 8th and 9th. I think Arsenal will be finishing 10th.
No Everton, no Villa.
Villa has not looked very good. They lost to Watford, and I watched Brighton play Watford. Watford was horrible.
Arsenal are really going to start off the first 3 games with 0 points.
Yeah, they're going to lose again this weekend.
That's crazy.
Arsenal legit might be 10th. Oh my God, they're playing City. Oh my God.
Arsenal legit might be
City away.
below 10th.
City away. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be so happy. And because Jan's he's going to start coming over like every weekend to watch games on Saturdays. So like I can't wait to shit talk him every time Arsenal loses.
Oh, he goes to
So
UCF?
excited. Yeah, it goes UCF. He was over last night. We had a good time. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we're looking pretty solid right now.
Solid, yeah.
I mean, we have an interesting weekend coming up. We'll have some fun games to talk about. I actually am interested about the Wolves United game because Wolves looked good against us. I don't know if we defended good or they're just unclinical. So I guess we'll see against United.
They may or may not have Adama Traore. So
we play Watford. We got Liverpool Chelsea, which one of the games of the weekend. We got
quickly.
City
how does
Arsenal.
that game end? Not score. Just how does that game end?
Chelsea Liverpool
at Anfield.
I like Chelsea. I haven't seen Liverpool play, but I like the Chelsea I've been seeing, man.
I say draw.
I think it'll be
a draw. Chelsea. I say Chelsea.
I think it'll be close. I don't know which way it'll go. I think it's a hard 50-50 split.
I haven't seen Liverpool play.
It's bound to be good. That's what matters.
Now, the better question is how many goals do City score on Arsenal?
At least 3.
I think 3. I think it'll be 3-0.
Grealish will be involved in 2.
They could theoretically run it the hell up though and score like 6, like literally.
Yeah. I mean, Chelsea scored 2, Brentford scored 2. So I mean, we could score City score. We could honestly see them score 6. It could be a 4-1 game. It could be a 3-0.
Because I'd love to see. I didn't think Arsenal was going to be that bad against Chelsea. They usually put up more of a fight. Like Chelsea should have had more.
Yeah.
Bro, we took our
100%.
foot off the gas in like the 60th minute, and just said this game is over.
It's done.
It's literally done with 30 minutes left.
That was really embarrassing.
So I guess I'll go with 4.
I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna say 3. I mean, we also got Brighton playing Everton. If Brighton win that, you got to give them a little bit more credit.
Is that the 10 o'clock?
Yeah, it's a 10 o'clock game.
Okay.
All right, Cutter, now that's the type of game where we could talk on the phone.
Yeah.
Actually,
every time Chelsea scored, before the score, I call them. I was like, "Yeah, fuck Arsenal."
No, because I gotta wake up for City Arsenal, and then I gotta take a nap while Brighton's playing, so I can watch a Chelsea game.
Oh my!
It's Derby Day here, which means that everyone gets up early and has a good time from morning to night. So I'm gonna be up and watching that.
On
I'm gonna watch
Saturday?
that. I'm gonna watch Brighton. I'm
Saturday.
gonna watch 3 games on Saturday, bro. I'm excited.
It's
There's
gonna be a
3 games
hell
I'm
of a
excited to
weekend.
watch.
Yeah, it's a good weekend.
Like, I actually go out of my way to watch Brighton now. That's how much I love them. If Spurs become shit, I'm just gonna be a full on Brighton. I need to get a Brighton jersey. That'd be amazing. Hanging up
I
on my
want to.
wall.
I want to get 2 of those Tottenham jerseys this year. I want to get the home
Oh.
and that space one, bro.
Bro, the away jersey is so clean. I actually might cop it. I
I'm gonna
haven't got a jersey since the purple one. So I love the
Me
purple one.
too.
Purple one's
I have an
so
Ericsson.
nice.
If
I have
either
an
if either
Ericsson.
you are feeling nice, send me that Rafinha Leeds kit.
Oh, I
Secret-
would love a Leeds jersey too.
Bend it like Bentner's Secret Santa.
Each get each other a jersey.
Imagine.
Hey, oh, we should do that. That'd be so fun. We should
we,
get each other a
we
jersey.
we shouldn't. There's too much dough.
That is a lot of
It would be like buying yourself one.
dough.
It'd be like buying yourself one, except one of you are gonna send me like a Luke Ayling jersey or something. I'm gonna be like, thanks. No, you know, Joey's gonna get me. He's gonna send me an Ilan Melia keeper jersey.
I'm gonna send you a Timo Werner jersey.
Oh no! Oh no! No,
No, we're
now
sending you one.
now we have to do it. These trolls are low key worth it.
And
Yeah,
that's funny because as long as it's a jersey worth keeping and flexing, like I'm about it, you know.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I'll send you
I mean,
both
it'll-
Kane City jerseys when he goes there.
Oh, fuck off.
We'll figure
That's
something out.
absolutely
We
worth it.
definitely need to do that. That'll be so much fun.
E.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I'm
I
good.
think,
Are you guys good?
yeah, bro, I'm solid. Think we're good to call it a day. I mean, first episode back, season 2 of Bender Like Bender.
I
We're
had fun there.
hoping, and the next couple episodes, maybe get the face cams going. I mean, we
You're
had them
pretty-
up for us, but Johnny's he's working on it, working on the studio, you know, behind the scenes.
No, yeah, we're
But,
cooking some stuff up. It's not that we don't have the capabilities. It's just we want the rollout to be smooth, you know.
100%. You know, we got some big things coming. Lots of big things coming.
Maybe we could even have a fourth person.
So,
Oh.
a guest star maybe.
Some guest stars, you know, Tyler Saavedra.
Ooh.
A super knowledgeable guy.
Hey,
right there.
don't tease the people, bro. Don't tease the people.
Yo, the Colombian rapper himself, Ale.
Ale,
Oh.
oh, yes.
That ain't Ale anymore. That's Aitle.
Ile.
Yeah, his song wasn't that bad. I can't lie.
Yeah.
No, I
I
agree.
actually liked it.
I'll give it a listen.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny.
Time to call it a day.
All right, that is a wrap. Thank all of you for tuning in to the first episode of season 2, Bender Like Bentner. Hope you can join us for next week. Got a lot of excited games. So
Priority is on Tottenham.
That would be amazing.
Definitely not.
All right. See ya.
See you guys next week.
Peace.